Hello, everyone. I hope you are sufficiently caffeinated and ready to get started this morning. It looks like Challenger is. So we are happy to have Jessica and Connor here and Challenger from the American Eagle Foundation. And they're here to talk about some social video platforms. And I'm going to let them take it from here.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to #4U, a Mastering Social Video Platforms. My name is Jessica Hall, and I'm the Executive Director of the American Eagle Foundation. And joining us today is the marketing team for the American Eagle Foundation. On that team, we have Connor O'Brien, who is our digital marketing specialist, with a very incredible amount of knowledge around social media platforms. We also have Crystal Slusher, who is a digital marketing specialist. We have Robin Miller, who is our educational content specialist, and Ryan Chamberlain, who is our video content creator. So that's a pretty big marketing team for a nonprofit. I know you're probably asking yourselves that in your head right now, and how did we get there? Well, when I joined the AEF in May of last year, we had several folks that filled different roles at AEF. And what we decided to do was to make a comprehensive plan and pulling a team together, uniting them around a common goal. And that goal was to drive social media presence. After working with that team over the course of a few months, we were able to devise a project aligned to a project format and then launch a targeted attack on social media using the video platforms. So to talk to you a little bit about that today, you're going to meet Connor O'Brien and Challenger, our world famous bald eagle ambassador. If you can see him over to the side, you'll see Connor is feeking with Challenger. What feeking means is that he is cleaning his beak on Connor's hand. So Challenger is a world famous bald eagle who has made his career flying in stadiums to the national anthem. So if you've ever seen a bald eagle fly at an NFL game, odds are you've seen Challenger. So today, I'm going to take you through what it looks like when you take a team and unite them through a common goal, particularly with social video platforms. Connor, I'll give it to you to take it away.
Well, thank you so much. Guys, we have Challenger. Challenger actually turned 31 today. That means he's equivalent of a 62-year-old man. He lived to be 40 to 50 in captivity, 25 years old in the wild. Real quick, just abbreviated, while he's with us, he's non-releasable. He was blown out of a nest, hand-raised. Some people picked him up, hand-raised him. He was released out in the wild 3 times, but because he was hand-raised, he became a human imprint and could not learn how to hunt on his own, and that's when he was given to us 30 years ago. So if we can get birds out in the wild, we certainly will. Just want to clear that up first before we jump into video. But video is absolutely the way to go for social media these days. Algorithms are changing by the hour, but video is always king and will continue to be king for the foreseeable future. And we've capitalized on that and to really drive some amazing results. And just to give you guys some context, we're at the beginning of our journey and we're seeing amazing results already, and we can't wait to double down on some of these platforms, and we'll see amazing results in the next six months, especially YouTube, but we'll go into that in a minute. Just a quick overview. We're going to do about a 45-minute presentation and try to get to a 15-minute Q&A. We're just going to do a general overview of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Was some and are some amazing webinars coming up that we'll be able to dive deeper into Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. But we're going to do that deep dive into YouTube and TikTok because that's where we're seeing a ton of value and a ton of growth. And nonprofits definitely need to be on both of them. So there are so many social media platforms out there: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Reddit, TikTok, so many more. But how not all of them are applicable to your organization potentially, but I invite you to keep an open mind, and you might learn that, TikTok, you might have not thought it was a platform for your organization, but it probably is. And it can have some amazing results to generate a new audience, to educate and inspire about your mission, and even drive some revenue as well. So why video though? Why not pictures? Why not text posts, blogs, whatnot? Well, video is unbelievably powerful if it's done right, and you can connect with people just like you're there with them, or if not better. And they can understand your tone. So, quick example: we used to do just text updates with, about our organization, and just giving a little piece of quail real quick. We used to do text updates about our organization, and people would read into the text, and it just didn't work out that well. But when we swapped to video, it swapped our organization's community's tone. It changed it for the better. Had almost zero problems when we were swapping the video, because people can understand our tone, see we're genuine and serious, and not take us any other way. So video, you can reach massive people. You're one viral video away from getting 100,000 new followers on TikTok, from having 10, 20,000 new followers on Facebook. Video is definitely a way to go. So by using video, you can get amazing results. Like on YouTube, 13 million impressions in a month. In 28 days, over 2 million views on YouTube. And again, guys, we're at the beginning of our journey on YouTube. $1,700 revenue from ads on YouTube, which is amazing. And then over on TikTok, we posted a quick 9-minute and 50-second video that took me 2 minutes to make, post a little description, and then post it on TikTok. Got 11.2 million views all around the world, and got us at least 100,000 new followers on TikTok, and that translated over to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and we're just now running some Facebook donation campaigns, and we'll see if it translates to that, which we think it will. We're already starting to see some great results. But as of this morning, our TikTok has over 400,000 followers, 6 million views in 28 days. And that's just from putting out video content and just having fun with it. And we'll dive into TikTok a little bit more, because I know it's a new platform, and some organizations are seeing if it is valuable for them. Give Challenger a second to clean his beak. And Challenger may yell if you guys are on headphones. Just be careful. It might hurt. I apologize. He might try to grab the mic too. So, but like Jessica was saying, it takes a team to do all this. It's not just one person doing all of these platforms. Jessica, I know you already hit on this a little bit, but is there anything else you wanted to add? Okay, well, we will move on then. But it does take an amazing team to do this, everywhere from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is what Crystal will runs, and we will get Crystal to talk about that in just a second. Then Robin over on Reddit, Ryan on YouTube, myself on TikTok and Twitch, and Jessica, our executive director, on LinkedIn. I see you just popped on there, Jessica. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, apologies. I was on mute and my webcam was off.
You're good.
So yeah, really, I think what I would encourage everyone to think about is creating a team, uniting them around a common goal, and then allowing each of those team members to shine in their own special and unique way. And when you take this formula and apply it to marketing concepts and marketing principles, what occurs is kind of this really beautiful thing where everyone's ideas are allowed to flourish. Everyone has a platform to provide a voice to ideas, and everyone feels at the end of the day that they are valuable. And when people feel like they are valuable, what you get is their absolute best self. And I think what we've done with this team in particular has been no less than amazing in such a short period of time. And as an executive director, I will tell you one of my biggest challenges was with TikTok. And Connor kept coming back to me with more and more data, more and more analytics, and encouraged me to use the platform myself. So I signed up. I talked to my kids about it. I'm the proud mother of 15-year-old twins. I talked to my kids about TikTok. I got on there, and I started to see this really great organic content, and then of course, some more professional content. And I realized there was a niche. There was an ability and a platform here to educate people in a way, reach a whole new generation with our mission of conservation, education, and rehabilitation in a way that spoke to them. Of course, I was reading media stories about TikTok and hearing all sorts of crazy nonsense. But once we got on the platform, I saw that we were able to engage with a whole nother generation in a way that was relevant and authentic. So if we had not created that team dynamic, if Connor hadn't felt comfortable enough and passionate enough to really bring that to the table and say, hey, here's an idea and here's why I think it's valid, we would not have utilized that platform. So again, creating that team dynamic, allowing everyone to have a voice, providing them a platform to speak and feel valued, and targeting that towards your marketing efforts, I guarantee you'll see some success with that. And to talk a little bit about how we schedule those efforts and how we ensure that execution stays top of mind. Ideation is not always the be-all, end-all. You have to take ideation and it has to go through a framework in order to come out the other end as sustainable and implemented ideation. So in order to do that, I'm going to introduce you to Crystal Slusher, who's going to talk a little bit about a program we use to schedule our social media content.
Hello, everyone. I am Crystal Slusher. I am a digital marketing specialist. And one of the ways we utilize our platform and get the most out of them is by using Sprout Social. It's a social media management and optimization platform. Sprout Social gives you a single portal for all of your social media needs. From a single location, we are able to publish content, view analytics, obtain robust reports, use automation tools, and engage with our community across the most active social profiles. It has the publish, schedule, and optimization platform with it built in. So publishing and scheduling posts across multiple platforms has never been easier for me and for anyone who is on the team there. The optimization tools identify when our community is the most active and have proven excellent in maximizing post reach without having to utilize the boost post features, which can cost money. Shared content calendar keeps all of our post information in one place. We're able to tag them individually and track how well our tags are doing. There's group reports that provide a high-level overview of analytics and show overall social performance and health. There is a all-in-one social media inbox, which means no more hassle in changing platforms to engage with your community. You can do it from one location. There is also some built-in listening tools that find out how frequently people are talking about a topic, what related terms they're using, and what's the sentiment around that topic. There is also some chatbot and automation features, which drive efficiency and optimize social interactions with an added personal touch. So you can set up away messages, or in our case, sometimes we'll get messages about injured birds. So we want to jump on those right away. And with our automation tools and chatbots, we can send them directly to a phone number that will get them in touch with a rehabber that can come to the aid of the bird. You can collaborate and create messages in a draft. You can post ideas and they can be saved for collaborative peer review. The user-based publishing permissions, and there is intuitive and built-in messaging approvals. So if you have a team, you can set that stuff up in advance and get input from other team members, flag it for review. It's a really great feature. And of course, if you are the content social media person on the go, you have Android and iOS apps that you can download, and you can do everything that you can do from your desktop, you can do on your phone. And then there is also this added feature of a content library where you can upload in advance videos or posts that you want to do, graphics and things like that, that you know you're going to plan out a month ahead of time. You can get those into your asset library and use them from your mobile device. So that's Sprout Social in a nutshell. And yeah, I could not do what I do without it.
Awesome. We love Sprouts. Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
So making all of that content can be very daunting. And I encourage you guys to, if you don't already know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, to look him up. He does a great job of explaining this macro to micro content flow and documenting, not creating. So what we just give you some quick insights onto how we're able to put out a lot of video content is we're on the platform Twitch. We do a live stream, let's say, where we're talking about finding an injured bird of prey or wildlife. That's a 2-hour stream. You don't want to just take that 2-hour stream and throw it on YouTube. You want to condense it down and really boil it down to those 10-20 minutes, post it on YouTube, and it'll do very well. But then you can get way more pieces of content out of here. This is where the micro portion of it comes. You can pull highlights. You could pull 10 different 1 to 5 minute clips on Facebook. At one point, we talked about how birds cannot get rabies on there, and put that clip on Facebook from that Twitch stream, and just we take a bunch of highlights and put it out. We put that across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit as well. And there's Indiana being cute juvenile or subadult bald eagle, just to bring us a little joy. He's sunning himself. Nice little break. But now back into Facebook. Why should nonprofits be on Facebook? I'm sure you guys know this already. 71% of all US adults use Facebook. It's a must for nonprofits. Video does extremely well. And the best type of video on Facebook are those 2 to 5 minute videos. Then we have the ranking priorities under there. Facebook Lives do very well. Hi, Chow. That was cute. Are you talking? Headphone users, careful. You're saying hi. You want more food? So text posts, avoid those. They're not great. They don't do well. This is the average and not the outliers. There are some text posts that can go viral, just not that often. But just video on Facebook, that's what we try to do. And just be authentic. We like to show behind the scenes. And what's been amazing for our community is letting them see their donations at work. And it actually drives more donations because they're seeing it's going to a good cause and is being used appropriately. And that is amazing for a nonprofit to show that transparency. So the algorithm overview on Facebook, and this is a trend, this first bullet point is a trend across every social media, is more engagement means it's going to be put on recommended feed and put out there. So all social media platforms want the users to stay on the platform so they're not going off to another platform so they can get more ad money, whatnot. So they want to put out the quality content and they gauge that by more engagement. So On the second bullet point, more shares. Facebook is unique in that way for sharing. The average user has 155 friends. That's a brand new audience that you can reach. And Facebook's always changing. All algorithms are constantly changing, but video has emerged as number one and will continue to be number one for this foreseeable future. And there was a presentation yesterday done on video and kind of some emotional video implications. If you haven't seen that webinar, definitely need to go back and watch it, talking about how video is going to be the king for a long time, and you definitely need to dive into it. Real quick, some fun little tips on the algorithm. Post in the morning generally, unless you're running Sprout Social, which tells you when your audience has the most engagement, but generally 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the best time when people are going to engage, because there's a study done on it called content fatigue. And later in the day, after they've seen so many contents, they've had to deal with the real world. They just don't want to engage with the post as much. They don't want to share as much. So in the morning is perfect. Keep in mind that 88% of global audiences use Facebook on mobile device, and 80% watch videos on silent. Run those captions. It's definitely a lot more work to do captions. Facebook does an auto caption feature for you. You go in there and tweak the captions later. It is great. But one thing, I just want to show you guys just how much viral potential Facebook has, even though it's a well-developed social media platform, is we had a TikTok video bomb when we posted on TikTok, but then Crystal took it and posted it on Facebook, and it blew up. 1.5 million reach down here, if you can see that. Absolutely blew up, got us at least another 1,000 followers or likes on Facebook. Absolutely amazing. And the last thing on Facebook is the revenue. If you're not signed up to do Facebook donations, Facebook birthdays, and it's an absolute must. Doesn't require a lot of time. It's really easy to set up. Just make sure, just go to the Facebook nonprofit portal, sign up there, and you just have to have the up-to-date information on GuideStar. That's all. But since January 2019, we have raised a little over $20,000 on Facebook. We've only actually put out 2. We just posted a Challenger's birthday fundraiser 2 days ago, or Thursday, or yesterday, and that's our 3rd fundraiser that we've asked for money. A lot of this has been people doing birthday fundraisers. Absolute must. People do this because we give them the behind-the-scenes look with those videos, those live streams, and they feel like their donations are going to a very good cause and worth it. And this is our insight to, this is how we do our Facebook content. Feel free to look back at this on the recording. The one thing I want to mention is down at the bottom here. This last bullet point, reach out to other Facebook pages and collaborate on content, is an amazing way to get a huge amount of audience. So we did a live stream with our bald eagle cams with the dodo for just like 8 hours, and that generated us at least 2,000 or 3,000 more likes from there. And just you keep doing these across all social media platforms, collaborating, providing content to these pages that need content to keep their millions of followers engaged, and then they provide you value back by sending you a new audience. So that is a quick way to kind of get past the algorithm, just work directly and create some amazing collaborative friendships with some Facebook pages, Instagram pages, and whatnot. There's George, our turkey vulture. If you're not, I'd recommend, if you guys want to see some amazing cuteness, his Instagram is George the Vulture, and you can see his daily walks. He'll walk into our gift shop and tear stuff up and terrorize us in the office. He's non-flighted, or he'll just hang out and be super cute. So you can follow him the whole time on Instagram. Instagram is a must for a lot of nonprofits because it's a new audience to engage with, and the content type that does well is a bit different. All 3 of these can do very well. Video is going to do the best. We see about a 20% higher floor with video, but the ceiling is limitless for any of these content types. But just definitely keep your content fun and engaging, and keep it under 60 seconds for those quick, fun, and engaging videos. Now, the longer form videos, I've seen them can go an hour, Actually, I think it's a bit under that. Apologies. On IGTV, and those are more educational and inspiring. And fun, cool, captivating pictures do well on here. Memes, cartoons depicting informative and humorous events are trending right now, and can do very well as well on there. So promotional, one thing of note, promotional content does great on Instagram versus other platforms that I've seen, because it's going to put it in front of your audience as long as they don't have like 1,000 follow, or they're not following 1,000 pages. So promotional content does great, especially on stories. Stories are absolutely amazing across all platforms, I should say across Facebook and Instagram. Again, algorithm on Instagram for videos especially is engagement and watch time. And the more that they watch it, the more that they will push this out to be higher on the hashtag list, or the recommended feeds and whatnot on Instagram. Be sure to use up your hashtags on Instagram. Cool. Make sure it's, I know there's another webinar on hashtags, but use a diversity of hashtags to reach a new audience. Here's our AEF content guidelines. Again, you guys will have these slides, I guess May 1st, which is really soon. And you guys can look back at how we do things and some insight into here as well. There's Abe, one of our adult bald eagles. He just turned 5, I believe. And he looks like he's going to keep those brown eyes compared to Challenger's yellow eyes. So he's super adorable. So YouTube. Now we're doing a deep dive into YouTube here. Why YouTube? YouTube it's a well-developed platform, but it has an amazing algorithm to get you guys a brand new audience. We have one video here that is still going viral that was made in 2016. It's climbing to 8 million views and has generated a good amount of revenue for us as well. Long to medium form videos do amazing on YouTube as long as you're providing value or telling a story. For us, it's Eagle Cam content, it's bird of prey content, it's Challenger flying in stadiums, and now it's Twitch content. So audience retention is the #1 metric you need to pay attention to on YouTube. If you can have someone watch this 9-minute video completely through, YouTube's gonna love it because they can play more ads. They are gonna keep people on the platform for longer, so they're just gonna make more money, and you're gonna make more revenue as well from ads. But they're gonna push it out on recommended feed. You're gonna get rewarded by having a good video. Likes, comments are important, but not the most important. And then for some, YouTube says it doesn't do this, but we've seen the opposite. If you have more ads on your videos, they're going to push it more because you make more money and YouTube makes more money. But they say they don't push it, but we've seen the opposite. But the last and kind of one of the overarching most important metrics is consistency. Try to do at least one video a week, or try your best once a month or something like that. Just try to be consistent. So if you guys want, if you're new to kind of the video world, here is kind of our template that we use. We have that quick 5 to 10 second, or 5 to 30 second teaser that really hooks them and engages them. And then we have that branded intro that does very well to brand our content and kind of give a break between the tease and the main video. Call to actions, we do a call to action to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and then follow us on Twitch. And if you want to talk more about the video on Twitch, if we missed something or if you want some more depth into it, just come talk to us and we'll do that as well. And then branded outro, just a nice clean way to end the video. So we're at the beginning journey of YouTube, even though we've been on YouTube since 2008. We've had a lot of amazing volunteers that made videos for us for our Eagle cams, and that got us to about 40,000 subscribers from 2008 till about 6 months ago. And we turned on ads in beginning of 2019. By the way, it's not a bad thing to turn on ads. People expect you to turn on ads on YouTube. They actually look at it kind of weird if you don't, because they want you to value your content and make money off it so you can keep putting out more content like that. So don't worry about it feeling weird if you're a nonprofit. People expect it to expect there to be ads on YouTube. So we transitioned once we saw there was a potential to generate revenue. and to be able to hire a video creator focused on YouTube, and we'll introduce him in a second. But once we got Ryan on board, in 6 months, we went from 40,000 subscribers to 56,000 subscribers. So we gained 16,000 subscribers in 6 months when it took us, what is that, 2008, 11 years to get 40,000 subscribers by putting out bulk content. And now we've swapped to quality content versus quantity. And Ryan's going to show us here in a second kind of how to tweak that video content to generate numbers like you see at the bottom left, $2,000 in February, almost $2,000 in March. December and January fluctuated there, and can really drive some amazing revenue for your organization. And we've actually seen if people can't donate to your organization, they can share your video, at least on their social media, and then get 5 friends to watch, and those 5 friends then spread that around, and it can blow up like wildfire, and you can get more revenue, more money out of promoting a video than you can someone donating $30. So there is that high potential. Just in the bottom right, some of these videos are worth $700, $300, $100, sometimes more. So it could really blow up your organization and really help push your mission and educate people. So Ryan, can you tell us how we should optimize our YouTube videos?
Yeah, okay. So one of the main things you got to remember about YouTube is that it is, after Google, it is the second biggest search engine. So people really, when they type in a question or whatever to Google, they're really hoping a video pops up. And that's where the optimization comes in on your YouTube channel. As you can, Connor kind of mentioned, before we started optimizing, we had this awesome team of volunteers who were creating the content. They were putting it, they were posting it on YouTube, but they weren't understanding the optimization part. So we can kind of see here, tags is probably your biggest thing where optimization is concerned. Down here at the bottom, you can see the tag count. YouTube allows up to 500 characters. Use up as many of those characters as you can, even if it's just nonsensical stuff. I mean, as long as it does pertain to your video and to your channel, because you never know what somebody's going to type in to find your video. And then they were making, they weren't using up all the tags. They weren't really using up the optimization where the description is concerned, and a huge thing that YouTube looks for is your title. As you can see, this title is just too long. It's kind of confusing. And also the audience retention is another huge thing that YouTube looks at. If you can see over here, the huge drop off, that drop off is probably after the minute mark. After the first minute, if you don't have them hooked, then they're just going to fall off drastically. So towards the end here, at the 12:53 mark, you're probably looking at about 18% retention. So if you want to go to the next slide, Connor. So the gray area on this chart, this is your views. The gray area shows kind of what we're averaging now after we started optimizing, and the blue area is what videos we're performing at before we started optimizing. So taking the average of where we are now and then where we were then, and that's kind of where you get your gray area. If you want to go to the next slide. So after we optimized, you can see there the tag count is a lot larger. We still didn't use up all 500, but like I said, you can't cheat and just write in random things that don't pertain to your video. YouTube's gonna catch that quick. The big thing as far as description, yeah, describe your video, but also use as many of these tags as possible in your description, because that's kind of, these 3 things, the optimization, is really what YouTube's looking for. The title, especially if you can get as many of these tags in your title, that's really what YouTube's looking for as far as suggesting your videos. If you want to go to the next one, Connor. So this is after we optimized, after we took those rules as far as search engine optimization, and like I said, once you realize YouTube is the second largest search engine, optimizing this. So like I said, the gray area is what we average. Since we started doing the optimization for these videos, we're kind of going off the charts a little bit here. You can see that, I mean, just this one video alone has gained us just $38. And this is, I did this video, I believe this was last week. No, the week before last. So that, this was just a 2-week video, and it's already, jumped through the roof. The retention is another huge thing. So YouTube does look for or YouTube is good for the longer content, but most of our content is like nest cams for the eagles. So we do have a channel where you can watch that live, but these are people look to us for the highlights of that, so they don't want to sit and watch it. They don't want to sit through a 13-minute video, so we started making them a lot shorter. And you can see here the retention of that now, instead of 20% towards the end, you're looking at right about 50% right at the end. And that's what YouTube really wants, because they want to see, okay, people are staying to watch their entire video. So then they're going to push your video forward in people's suggested videos, which, if you've got YouTube backing you, then you're golden. And we've seen a huge jump in our revenue because of that. We used to get about $400 to $800 a month. Now we're, like Connor mentioned, January was I think 1,200. February is 2,000. I think January was right below, and then March was again right below 2,000.
Yeah, right.
So that and that huge jump in your revenue is because of the search engine optimization. So there's a lot of videos that you can look at, watch, to kind of help you grow your YouTube channel, because the algorithm is just I don't even know how to, it's one of the few platforms where if you do exactly what YouTube wants, YouTube's gonna promote you, and that's where that revenue comes in at the end of the month.
Awesome. Well, Ryan, thank you so much. Thank you for the explanation. He's been really hitting this hard in the past 6 months and seen absolutely amazing growth. And you might think it takes a lot of work, but once you get past the learning curve, it does not take all that much work, and your organization can for sure do that. And we can answer some more questions on that later. But I think Cujo here, Sunning herself, would love for us to go on to TikTok. But right before we go to TikTok, I want to do some honorable mentions of Reddit, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Reddit is known as the front page of the internet, and videos can do well on there depending on the specific subreddit or specific channel that you put them in. We have a presence on there because we do have some of our content that gets put on there and does go viral from time to time. So we're there to answer questions and give more insight on our organization. LinkedIn, a must for professionals. Videos can do very well on there. I've seen them from 5 minutes to an hour in that professional context, doing so well. Twitter videos, again, can go viral at any minute. I think the max is 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so keep it under that. But all three of these platforms have a lot of viral potential. Just an overview of Twitch. It's our live streaming platform where we give people just kind of that behind the scenes of American Eagle Foundation. We do interviews, charity events, outreaches, Q&As on there. The only bad thing about Twitch is the algorithm. There's not really much of one. They're working on that, but we have to send our audience from other platforms over to Twitch. Here we did a hatch party because of this hatch party where we watched and gave some insight and context to one of our Eagle cams having a hatch, their first hatch. We were able to generate $2,000 pretty much from that one stream because people just absolutely love being there. It was like I think a 18-hour stream or something like that. Absolutely huge value to AEF and to the community, and it has strengthened our relationship with our community. And again, has just been amazing. Here's just our kind of content guidelines for Twitch as well. Majesty, our largest bald eagle, being adorable. All right, what you guys have been waiting for, TikTok. Why are we on TikTok? Isn't that just for, high school girls dancing and, some funny content? Now celebrities on there trying to relate with the younger generation. Well, no, and there's some negative connotations to TikTok, or there definitely used to be. And I want to remind you guys, it doesn't, all social media platforms has been through this kind of growing pains, but it doesn't matter as much as what the content is on there, is what content you're putting out there. TikTok is actually a pretty wholesome environment, and just keep your content wholesome and good. You don't need to worry about everybody else. So we got on TikTok a year ago, as of a few days ago, I believe. It's been a year. And we saw a huge growth and opportunity to educate and inspire a new generation. And we went where the audience or the attention was. And we were able to kind of get in before all the big celebrities, before it really blew up. And because of that, today we have over 400,000 followers on TikTok, and it's really increasing every day. We've had in the past 28 days 6 million views to a brand new audience all around the world. 90% United States, but all around the world. And if you're on TikTok, you've probably seen the video I've linked to on the right with 11 million views of Challenger being adorable in a hotel room when we're traveling for an educational event. And you don't need to put a lot of time and effort into TikTok as far as editing goes. It's something about being unique. And we'll dive into that a little bit more in a second. But I want to talk to you guys about signing up for TikTok. And when you sign up for TikTok, this is for all the new users, I recommend that you guys spend at least 40 hours consuming content before posting a video, so you understand the context, you understand the culture. It's going to be weird for the first few hours, but it's going to get really fun once the algorithm learns what you like. And don't blame us when you get addicted. It happens. Everybody at AEF, at least in the marketing team and a few of our avian care staff, are now addicted to this because it can be so much fun. So if you want to sign up your organization, here are some things that we've learned in the past year to really optimize and give you guys a running start on TikTok. So I prefer to use my phone or email when signing up. Make sure when you're creating your username, it'll generate it and tell you if it's available or not. Make sure you make your username what you want people to see, what your organization name is. We can't put in American Eagle Foundation, so we had to do AEF Eagles. That's our Instagram and a few other of our social media tags. And if you don't get your username what you want, you can tweak with it later over and edit profiles in the next page here. And here is where the meat of it is. So from the top down, have a photo on here, your profile photo, that is easily recognizable, something to do with your organization, whether it's, bless you, you scared me. Woo. Whether that is a logo, or here's Challenger with a logo. Don't put a lot of detail, a lot of small fonts on there. You can see this actually okay. The American Eagle Foundation logo, so it works, but try not to do anything smaller. Then off to the right, change the video is when people actually select your profile, and there's a cool little video of Challenger flying in. You can do a fun video. It's not a must, but it definitely helps. And make sure your name and your username is the same. I've seen some organizations that they have their name correct, but their username is user 01578910. You know, like it just looks weird. It's hard for people to look you up. So be sure that your name and your username is the same. And then in the bio over here on the right is our completed profile. In our bio, we will have a large description. You know, far right, we have Birds of Prey, nonprofit, education, conservation, rehabilitation. We want to give people context of who we are, because we can't always say who we are in a 15-second video or a 60-second video, and people aren't going to go back and watch your first video explaining who you are. So people are going to want to find out more. So when they click that bio, they get a snapshot of your organization, your mission. They just added in websites, by the way. Absolutely wonderful addition. We send them over to our Twitch platform. Funneling does really great on TikTok to get them to Instagram or to a website or something like that. Can link anything there. Even like some people do merch or a charity, you know, link as well. So you can generate revenue from TikTok as well. Quick side note on that, the only way to truly generate revenue on TikTok, the platform itself, is the live streams where users gift you gifts and you can redeem them for real life money. But we don't see a lot of great results with it. We don't do a ton of live streams. We try to do one at least a month, sometimes more than that. And they're still working on that platform, still trying to figure it out. And then last note for funneling in this bottom, Instagram, YouTube, pick one. Pick one that you want to funnel them to, because you can't have both logos. If you see over here in the right, we have, you can see my mouse, we have the Instagram logo. And if we did YouTube, it'd be hidden under that. So just pick one so they can click one and it goes directly to that app. Algorithm is actually unknown. And this is like TikTok does not publish their algorithm. This is what we've learned from the algorithm over a year and what we've talked to other organizations, other content creators as well on TikTok, what the algorithm is. The most important metric is video replays. If you can get a user to watch that video twice, that is way more valuable than a like or a comment. Like and comments are still important, but not the most important. We've seen 15-second videos be the sweet spot. This is the average. There can be 5 or 10-second videos that do go viral. Those are the outliers. But we keep them short form for TikTok is under 30 seconds. We've seen between 30 and 45 seconds doesn't generally do well. That's just what we've seen. But the medium form, 45 seconds to 60 seconds, this is where we do our more informative or more educational streams. Or sorry, not streams, videos, and they can do extremely well as long as they're fast paced. The other thing is the TikTok algorithm is literally changing every week. So put out quality, don't worry about your videos. Put out quality and a lot of quantity of videos. If you can do one a day, that's amazing. Don't worry about if you have videos do amazing and go viral, and then and you might not understand why they went viral, but then you think, oh, this video is going to go viral, and it doesn't. Don't get yourself down. I used to look at the analytics way too much and get myself down on it. If a video I thought would go viral didn't, just don't worry about it. Post the next video. You're, literally one video away from going viral, and you might not understand, you might not even think it goes viral, and it does. And you can have a new 100,000, followers. So we're calling this the TikTok cake. And I want to mention that the first 5 videos you put out are the most important videos for your channel, because that can either propel you to reach a brand new audience and TikTok algorithm rewards you, or it can make it a little bit slower growth. So that's why I recommend consuming content. I consumed 80 hours of if not more, 80 hours of content on TikTok before posting the first video. My first video flopped, and then I watched another 20 hours of content, and then I think I figured it out and started posting from there. So consume content again. So how the TikTok cake works is you have certain rings you have to get through. So your video, you put out a video, it's distributed to the first 500 people. It needs to get at least a 20 to 25% engagement rate, and you'll be rewarded and get to the next layer of the cake, to the 1,000 views, and so on and so forth. It's just distributed, and you have to get through these checkpoints to really get your videos out there to get those million+ views. In the center of this cake, we have 50,000 views. And again, these are arbitrary view numbers. It's different for every channel. It changes every day, who they distribute it out to. But TikTok will physically check that video at one point or another to make sure it's with the content guidelines. So that is, it's very key to keep in mind to keep it quick, fast paced so people are engaged and stay for the whole thing and engage with your videos. So here's some of our content type that we'll put out. In the bottom left, we have our 60-second video challenger going to Washington, D.C. and how he travels. Super fast-paced, super informative, and it had almost 1 million views. And then we have Barry here doing some fun contextual slow motion spinning, and it's called rousing, fluffing out his feathers, to a trending song on there, and that got almost 1 million views. And then off to the right, we had a little bit longer of a video, a little bit more informative about the bolt, but it's contextual to at that time a trending sound, and so it got over 1 million views. So you want to, a big thing besides just having fun with TikTok, again, have fun with TikTok, please do, is adapting trends to your content. Don't just jump on a trend and do a dance. Put your own spin to it. And if you're gonna revive an old trend that you're seeing, make sure it's a unique and insightful or unique and different spin to that trend, and it can do very well. And be sure, don't worry about fancy edits. Don't worry about spending a lot of time on your videos. Our edited videos don't do as well as the fun, spontaneous videos, and because it's more authentic that way. You're not coming to them with this curated response. People respond a lot better on there. Here's our TikTok guidelines. With the COVID-19 right now, it doesn't really matter what time you post a TikTok video. I posted one at 3 a.m. and it does just as good as posting it at 3 p.m. And again, I can't stress enough about flipping the trends to fit your brand. And one last thing I forgot to mention is your videos are or sent out to your geolocation. So you'll be in the community. It'll put the videos out to people in your community first, which is pretty cool for kind of showing that you're in the community, you're engaging with the new audience. And TikTok has been absolutely amazing for us, absolutely phenomenal. We love it, and I could talk about this all day long, but I do want to open it up to some questions for the last 7 minutes that we have here. So thank you guys for letting me speak, and would love to get some questions.
Thank you so much, Connor. That was amazing. So for everyone listening in, you can type your question into the question field, or you can use the hand raise feature if you'd like to say your questions out loud.
Get my webcam back.
Hey guys, this is Jessica again. I just want to share with you again to emphasize that not every nonprofit has a bald eagle that they can showcase on a social media platform, or other cute birds like George and Cujo. However, each of you have something unique and special about what you do, and your community loves you, and your community is eager to hear from you. There are ways that you can get on TikTok and still be relevant and showcase what you do without having to have a bald eagle on your arm. So please know that if you ever need any assistance or just want some creative ideas, you're welcome to reach out to us at eagles.org. And I can't stress enough that Connor's comment about consuming content is incredibly important. Consuming content on any new platform is the best way to understanding how the platform works and how it could be relevant to you, and understanding who uses it, who is the user, who is the audience. And our mission, education, conservation, and rehabilitation, is a multi-generational mission. It's not just for one segmented audience. We want to educate on all levels and all generations at all socioeconomic levels. And I think when you really embrace that, you will find ways to connect with a new audience that you never thought you could.
Great point. Yes, thank you, Jessica, for sure.
And then Connor and Eagle Team, I'm posting some questions into the chat. So I'm kind of moving those over so you can see them and respond.
I do. How much does Sprout cost? So Sprout Social, there's a ton of different levels. I believe, I'm blanking. I think it can be relatively cheap, or you can get a lot of features that can get expensive. I recommend you talk to the team there. They'll give nonprofit discounts, but they can customize the plan to fit what you need, and you can leave out of a lot of the excess that can make it expensive. So I think you could probably get it for under $100 a month for the basic program.
And as Connor said, they do offer a nonprofit discount, and they are willing to customize the different levels of Sprout to work for you. So if you say, hey, I want this functionality, but I don't want that, they will work with you to customize something within your budget. Great question, Eva.
All right, let's go ahead and do a audio question. Looks like Sarah has one. I'm going to unmute you here, Sarah. All right, go ahead.
Great, thanks. So I am the communications manager at a sustainability organization in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I just started in the role about 3 months ago. And especially on our YouTube channel, I've inherited a pretty spottily used channel. And so I think, as you were saying about viewer retention being one of the biggest parts that factors into the algorithm, I'm curious like how you would recommend kind of rehabilitating a site that's, or an account that's been kind of spottily and poorly used and viewed over the years.
Chandler spreading his wings real quick. Sorry. What you see, buddy? Not spooking. Okay. That's a great question. So it can be difficult. Find something that you're passionate about and fun, and you find extremely fun. To really engage with your audience. Find what's unique for your organization and what value you can provide to people. If you can provide value for free without, I guess, without kind of, just value that is free, and it'll take off. It'll do quite well because people really appreciate that. And be consistent. Your first 5 videos might not hit all that well, but if you keep it up and you learn from, you learn from the videos and you engage with the audience, it will pick up. It will revitalize itself and could do really well. But just again, have fun with it, and see if you can provide a unique aspect that no other channel is doing on there. You said it's sustainability, and I think you could have a ton of fun with that. And that's just going to be a growing movement moving forward. And if you want more like a customized answer, feel free to we can talk afterwards, or you can email me, and I would love to take a look at your channel and give you more customized, I guess, recommendation.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
To echo Connor on that, though, I do think consistency is key. And as long as you're, and I hate to use this phrase, but in your case, when you're reviving a channel, as long as you're throwing content on there, and we call it throwing it at the wall and see what sticks, as long as your content is aligning with your mission and aligning with your unique perspective, it's okay if a video doesn't hit. Always use your mission, your foundation's mission or your organization's mission as a guideline to your content. And as long as it adheres to that mission, throw it at the wall and be consistent. Keep posting content. The more you post content, the more relevant you become.
Great. I'm going to put another question here in the comments for y'all.
Have you had people troll you?
That's a good one.
So if you can tell by my meme at the end, I'm in the video game culture. I'm used to trolls. It doesn't really affect us. We actually don't get it too bad. The worst troll we probably get is on our Twitch stream is like, hey, what does bald eagle taste like? I bet it tastes like chicken. I mean, like it's dumb. Um, so how we deal with trolls is there's two ways to deal with them. If they're being uh, just malicious, just ban them. I mean, if they're just being nasty, just delete their comment, block them. Don't even waste your time with them. But if someone is being somewhat trollish, but maybe they're talking about let's say anti-captivity or whatnot, it's really a chance for us to engage with them and kind of change minds. And we've done that so much on TikTok and on Twitch, where we've had someone come in and kind of trollish, and then they are able to, and then we talk to them and show them the completely different side of things and show them compassion and that we want them there. But as long as they're providing, as long as they're adhering to our community guidelines, we'd love to include them in our community. And it's been amazing, and we've been able to turn them around. On TikTok, it's a little bit harder because you only have a short amount of time to respond to comments, but for the most part, TikTok's pretty wholesome. TikTok kind of bans comments already. I think I've only ever had to delete like 2 comments that were like super politically charged. I just didn't want that in our community. Past that, I have not deleted any comments on TikTok. Yeah, it's just creating a good environment and a good community, and generally you won't have trolls come from that. I wouldn't worry too much about the trolls. It's
As
easy
part
to
of the
delete.
as part of the functional piece to that, though, I will tell you that the team did get together early on in the project scope of creating this social media platform, and we came up with a list of things that we anticipated could be asked. So, what are some negative things that you think could happen or people could say? And so we kind of scripted our responses to those as well, so that we had this kind of toolkit that we could reach into if we needed to and pull out a scripted response to a particular comment. And Connor's advice too about showing them compassion. So we did get a bunch of people who trolled us about bald eagle myths. There were a lot of myths out there that a bald eagle could swoop down and steal your chihuahua and fly off with it. And so what he did was kind of change the paradigm, right? We created a series of videos on TikTok that busted bald eagle myths and really told the truth about what a bald eagle could and could not do. And we got some great response from that. So I think having a plan to address negative content and comments and trolls ahead of time is always super helpful. But also, to Connor's point, what we actively choose not to engage with the more negative comments. We just ban things that don't align with our mission or even our internal code of conduct. And that's one of the great things about social media is you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it looks like we have one more question, and then we'll wrap up. I just wanted to remind everyone that Connor is going to be on a Zoom lunch chat tomorrow. So if you have any other questions, please join him then. And it's definitely kind of a more free-flowing thing than the webinar is here. So with that being said, we have one more question from Jennifer. So let me unmute you. All right, Jennifer, you ready?
Yeah, thank you so much. So if it's okay, I have 2 questions.
Sure.
One, Jessica, you said at the beginning of the webinar that you really considered some of the pitfalls and some of the media coverage of TikTok. How did you reconcile some of, as many of us are parents, are being worried about our kids using TikTok? How do you reconcile that with them bringing it into your organization in such a powerful way?
Wow, that's a great question. I am a parent. I have 15-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, and prior to Connor's suggestion about TikTok, it was a platform I did not allow my children to use.
Right.
And I totally get where you're coming from. Snapchat was another one that I did not allow my children to use. But once I started consuming content on TikTok, and I saw that TikTok really does have a great community of positivity on there. And a lot of times when people do troll or do have negative content, the community is the one that responds in a quick, decisive manner about shutting those comments down. Now, with any social media platform, there's a level of concern around things like sexual content. And what I do is with our account at American Eagle Foundation is the same thing I do with my children's account. I monitor who are we following, and the people that we're following, what is their purpose on TikTok? You know, are they educating on TikTok, or are they using it as a platform to spread awareness or positivity? So, like with any social media platform, you can choose who you follow and who you accept as a follower. And I think that's critical whenever you're on any kind of platform, to make sure that you are always monitoring who's watching and who you're sending content to. So with my kids, I very closely monitor their accounts. We do the same with our account. And like Connor said, when we have instances where we are experiencing a high level of negativity, you know, we shut that down pretty quickly. I will say I've read some really interesting articles recently, and we'll share some links. I'll work with the conference organizers to get some links out to you guys of some great articles about TikTok that really show a different perspective. Something that I've seen recently, a huge uptick in, is multi-generational families sharing content on TikTok. So you see grandparents, parents, and kids all doing a dance together. And I think whenever you get in a situation like that, where you're seeing multi-generations utilize a platform, there's going to be a way to find good in it. So yeah, I think that's a great question. And my very long response would be monitor who's following you, monitor who you're following, and make sure they align with your mission and your internal code of conduct.
That's helpful. Thank you. My second question is back to Facebook. We are about to launch. So we're a nonprofit health education organization in North Carolina. We're primarily a field trip destination for schools. So you can imagine the past couple months have been interesting for us. We've moved a lot of content online, which has made, I don't know why people think coronavirus buys people so much more time. I've never been busier.
Yeah.
So
I can 100% echo that.
Yes.
I support that statement.
Yeah. So Connor, your comments about video for Facebook in terms of length and that hierarchy of ranking, I found very helpful. How much video content or not, or like different videos do you recommend for a social marketing campaign? Our campaigns in the past have only had one 30-second video, and Facebook last summer just quit running my campaign because they said you don't have enough diverse content, and I had to literally end a campaign and duplicate it and restart it just to get my money spent. So it was really frustrating and a surprise after having run it that way for about 4 years. So do you recommend, how many video pieces for a campaign would you recommend?
Are you talking about like paid promotion?
Yes, targeted
So
paid promotion, mostly geographic.
so that is, I guess I'll give you like a short answer, because I would say as many pieces as you possibly can. Thank you, Challenger. So if you're doing geolocation, I would do what Gary Vaynerchuk has recommended, and I've done this as well. If you're not following Gary V, I definitely would recommend him. He does curse a lot. That's the only downfall, but he's amazing with his recommendations. What we've done is, if we're targeting someone in New York for a donation campaign, in our video, we'll say, hey, New York at the very beginning, or we can even say, hey, the city, hey, Albany, this is what we're doing. And all you do is you're just record different videos for each place you're trying to target. Because when you say their name, when you say, hey, UGA campus, or hey, Georgia alumni, or something like that, they're going to immediately pay attention because you've just created that piece of content just for them, and they feel a bit more valued, and they want to sit around and pay attention. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be the exact same script for all of your videos, except that beginning part is you making it contextual for your audience that you're targeting. So
I
do as
love that.
many as you can.
Thank you. That's a great idea. I love that, and that would work really well for us. And can
Awesome.
you spell? You're saying Gary's name. How do you spell his last name?
Just type in Gary V, V-E-E.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's it. That was all both very helpful.
No problem. Glad to help.
Before the
Oh.
session ends, I just would like to invite all of you guys, if you are not already registered for another workshop as part of this incredible conference, at 2 p.m. today on our American Eagle Foundation Facebook page, we are throwing a birthday party, an online social distancing birthday party for Challenger. So if you want to join us on our page and celebrate Challenger, you'll get to see him unwrap some presents and eat his salmon flavored birthday cake. So like I said, if you're not already registered to attend something else, we'd love for you to join us.
Well, thank you guys so much. I'll be at the Zoom lunch and cocktails, I believe, tomorrow. And if you have more questions, feel free to do that. My email will go out later. I believe Brian will go out later with the packet. Feel free to email me any questions whatsoever. Jessica, email Jessica as well, our team. If I can't answer, Jessica can't answer, our team certainly can. They're absolutely wonderful and have brilliant ideas, and we'd love to share it with everybody. If you want custom advice, I'm happy to help. I might be a little slow to respond because it is very busy, but I'd love to look at your guys' YouTube or Facebook pages and give you guys recommendations. So just let me know. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you for putting in Gary V's name in the chat there. Challenger's preening himself. Happy birthday, Challenger. You guys have a good one.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.